I liked selling the TDM stuff. I was the first guy at the company to sell a big TDM radio system. It was to Cox Jacksonville in 2003. Our beta site was 19 G8 control surfaces and 23 router frames. And that's how we cut our teeth on networked audio. And in the radio domain, it solved a lot of problems for the folks at Cox. They did the traditional install, though. We still brought everything out to blocks. We had redundant power supplies everywhere. We had some home runs going to and from the studios. Immediately following that was the 25 studios we did for Entravision in LA, their network head end, and their 6 stations in LA. And that's where I saw less blocks, less stuff in the studio, more stuff in the rack room. And then the third big project we did with this architecture was Cumulus Nashville. That's still one of my favorites. You remember you and I designing their fiber network.
Yeah.
Counting TDM blocks, making sure they had enough signals, because these guys were building a showcase facility in Nashville, and they spared no expense. We linked everything with fiber. We won engineering awards for that, and the place has been rock solid. That went on air in 2004.
Yeah.
We just recently went out there and did an update. And some of the other companies that have been using the Bridge, we still sell Bridge products today. Our Bridge TDM, it is the backbone for our television.
The thing with IP is, of course, you're relinquishing routing control to someone else, someone named Cisco or Hewlett Packard or something like that, which is fine. They make great products. The difficulty is they weren't designed with our model of sending information around in mind. The idea back then was, you're going to have computers connected together and you're going to send messages back and forth and make a file transfer or talk to a printer and do little bursts of activity. And when you have real audio, it's a constant barrage of data just pounding down the network all the time. And so you have to do a lot of tricks with IP-based networks in terms of how you talk to the switches and how you let them manage this tremendous flood of traffic. With a TDM system, that's all part of the original design. It's all under your control.
The links were managed by software, by
That's
our
right.
engineers. We knew that we couldn't put more than 32 stereo channels on a link.
Right.
And if you tried to, it wouldn't stop, it wouldn't hiccup, it would
Right.
just say no.
That's right.
And nowadays that we're doing these IPs and everybody says, we can fit 1,000 channels on one wire. Well, that's great, but what are you going to put at the other end of the wire that is going to handle 1,000 channels? It's going to be this big chassis-based, routing thing, and it's not. We still do it though today, and when even though we're in the IP thing, we're not managing the links, but we're managing the device on the other end of the link, so we are not ever exceeding the capacity of that link.